Hey, good evening, fam. Good evening. Happy Tuesday to everybody. Happy Tuesday. So listen, right? I was watching a video on the other day when the gentleman was talking about why he don't believe on real estate is an investment or don't buy real estate and things like that. But he pretty much broke it down as to all the expenses that owning a home um, have, right? And a lot of people don't really know this, but because buying a house is more or so emotion. There's nothing logical about it at all. You understand? So people start to think, well, you know what? We're gonna create a family here. We're gonna build memories, Thanksgiving, Christmas, get-togethers, and things like that, right? Um, but most people either they don't know or they just don't care. But and what I mean by that is, typically, if you buy a house for $300,000 at about 4% interest, by the time you're done paying that mortgage off, you would end up paying roughly 900,000 plus, almost a million. So pretty much you end up paying roughly about 600 grand plus in interest for a 300K loan that you took out. Now, that to me cannot be a logical buy. It has to be emotionally driven because nobody will sign on that dotted line if they knew that you're giving me a loan for 300,000. At the end of it all, I'm gonna pay you close to a million back. So let me just make it simple for you. You come to me and ask me for a loan for $10. I say no problem. But when you come pay me back my money, I want you to pay me $50. Would an average person take that loan from that person? They probably won't. Okay. Now, so it got me thinking. Um, if a person took that same amount of money that they're paying for a mortgage, let's say $2,000 a month, and throw it into a vehicle such as the Index Universal Life, what will be the outcome of that? So I ran some numbers, and what I did was I ran a $1 million policy for a male who was 45 years old in decent health. I didn't even give this individual the top of the line rating. No, I gave them an average rating. Right now, here's what I found. If this person was paying $2,000 a month, the average mortgage, let's say it's a $500,000 home, is going to be probably close to $3,000, right? So if this person is paying $2,000 a month in a Index Universal Life, right? And let's say they fund this for 30 years, this person would have contributed $720,000 in 30 years to have amassed $1.3 million tax free. That will put this person at the age of 75 years old. Okay? That's $1.3 million. That's almost double the amount that this individual put in. Now, most houses that you buy, if you buy a $500,000 home, for example, probably won't double in value in 30 years. Unless you are in the prime location, or unless certain things happen around that area, certain businesses come to that area, like a Wegman, a Mom's Organic, uh, Starbucks, a sports arena, something. for your house value to double what you purchased it for, right? Even with it doubling, you probably are not going to make back the money you put in over time. So what I mean, if you took out a loan for 300,000 and you pay interest of 600,000, well, that's $900,000. Now we still haven't factored in the maintenance of that property, lawn care, roof change, plumbing change, AC change. All these things add up over time. So the money you would have paid into that property, you probably most likely never get it back. Okay, your property will not double or triple in value. So when it comes time for you to sell it, most of the time, let's say you paid it all off, most of the time all you might be getting back is pretty much what you paid into the property. So I know some people don't like to hear this because yes, should you have a home? I don't know. You know, I think you have to weigh the options because $600,000 can do a lot for you in retirement. That's 600 to 700 grand that you're giving away to the banks can do a lot for you in retirement. But again, I did mention earlier, most people when they buy houses, it's all about emotion. There's nothing logical about it. Because if you look and see the financials as to what you be paying back interest wise and you still sign up on it, then that's an emotional buy. Because if you fast pace your life and say, man, 600 to 700 grand I will pay for this thing in interest plus what I have to pay back from the money I loaned out, I could possibly use that money when I'm old. Then why am I buying this? That's a logical thought process. So I just want to share that with you guys. Keep it simple tonight. Just a thought process as to other ways to grow money and to invest money. As a matter of fact, I would say if you can put money away in this plan for the next 15 to 20 years, for example, at that point you have cash of 632,000. You can actually take that out tax free and buy your house cash. And you will avoid paying any interest whatsoever. Because you funded this plan, it grew for you with interest of almost $200,000 after 20 years. You could pull that out now and buy your house cash. And that's in 20 years as opposed to having a 30-year mortgage. If you're 45, your mortgage will be over by the time you're 75, so you save yourself 10 years of debt, right? Right? And you live in your house debt free. At that point now, as your house grows in value, now possibly you can start to say, I'm actually getting some profits back. It's just a thought. It's just a thought. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Inbox me if you have any questions or if you want to take a look at such a plan like this. But I just want to get a conversation started. What do you guys think about this? Because sometimes, people are saying, oh, renting is bad, renting is bad. But it depends on how you look at it. Because mortgage can also be, um, what's what I'm looking for? Have you ever heard the term house rich but cash poor? Your house can sometimes bleed your pocket. By the time you pay the taxes on the house, pay your mortgage, interest you're accruing on this property, uh, lawn mowing, gardening, gutter removal, roofing, AC unit replacement at least twice or three times while you have that property, plumbing, like all these things that's going to happen if you have. I mean, it's a house. It's like if you have a vehicle for too long, stuff is going to start happening to the vehicle. You have to come out of pocket. It's just the price you pay for the things that you buy. So to me, I said, wow, okay, well, what if you can be disciplined enough to put money away for 20 plus years or so? And at that point, now I can now say, you know what? I've accumulated this. I'll take that money out, boom, buy my house cash. I don't owe anybody. I just pay my taxes every year on the property. Now I can start to see value of my property and profits. Again, just a thought. What you guys think? Talk to you soon.